my best bets. I got in, kind of right at the right time. This moved sort of quickly after I put this in. But I took Michigan plus 12 and a half. And Joe, you remember, yeah, I made you sit through 30 previews, some of which you even had to endure me and Brian Power. So I apologize for that. But one of the ones that I was like came back to, there it is. It
Mm,
makes an appearance
that's
once a
it.
show. One of the ones that I was really adamant about was Michigan, and that they were going to be a bottom five team in this league this year. And there was probably no one more critical of this team coming into the season than me. And not only are they in the bottom five, but they're dead last coming into play at 3-12. For this game. So you might be shocked to see me on Michigan here, but I just
Mm,
can't have Northwestern laying 12 and a half to any Big Ten team, even if it's Michigan. I know Doug McDaniel's not going to play. That's more than baked into the number. This has been going on for a while now. His little house arrest situation. Yes, they've been a lot worse on the road. They haven't been able to win a road game without him. The reason for that is it's pretty simple. McDaniel's is probably their best player. He's certainly their best ball handler, best facilitator, best passer. So all of that's, I guess, worth bringing up. But I think now that you're on game 6 of being without him on the road, I think it's baked into the number here. And I keep coming back to Northwestern. Like for me, this is just more of a fade of Northwestern than anything. Willingness to play against Northwestern, laying this many. I mean, it's not like Michigan isn't showing up to play this game. They're still going to try, and they're going to want to hang around here. So I think the big thing to point out with Northwestern is Ty Berry's done for the season. Now, I understand that Northwestern's gone 2-1 without him, but that was 11.6 points per game. I think it does hurt their offense. And you need your offense to be firing on all cylinders to cover a number like 12 and a half. So, this injury is gonna cost Northwestern as the season wears on, in my opinion. This is not an explosive offense. Like Boo Booey's a stud and he can make plays, but this is a team that's near the bottom of Division One in rebounding, 330th nationally in rebounding for Northwestern. And made threes are a huge part of Northwestern's offense. And Barry was leading the team with 43.3% from 3-point range. Like that has to come into play at some point. In the 3 games since he's been out, Northwestern's points per game are down 6.4 points from their season average. And I think when you like add all of these things together, it's a lot to ask for a Northwestern team that's really profiled like they've thrived in the underdog role the last couple seasons. They're not that accustomed to being a favorite, but they're certainly not accustomed to being a double-digit favorite in Big Ten play. And I think when you put them into that situation, them winning this game by more than 12 points is just a lot to ask. So, I know it was a home game. I was impressed with Michigan over the weekend. I do think they're at least maybe going to finish the season and show some heart and not just roll over and get killed in all of these games. So I think this is going to be a little bit more competitive than maybe the odds makers are suggesting here. I'll call it a single digit loss for Michigan. I don't know if they're going to go into Evanston and pull the upset, but I certainly think they could hang around. So Michigan plus 12 and a half is a 4% client play. And even at the current number, I still think there's some value. So I think Michigan hangs around and covers this number.